All right, let's close this out on how shift work affects your health. We're going to talk about the top 5 long-term health concerns that are associated with working shift work. And we all know that shift work is like a diet, except you gain weight and you lose your insanity, especially if you work night shift or swing shift. All right, what is cancer? We all know cancer is pretty much the overgrowth of abnormal cells with normal cells. All right, I'm gonna show you a slide here on that short. But did you know that not getting enough sleep with your constant interruptions of your circadian rhythm, working swing shift, going night shift, and all them other shifts can increase your risk of developing cancer? So here you see cancer developing. You got normal cells to the far, well, for me looking, it's to the far left, it should be your right. In the middle is some few abnormal cells, and then you have an overgrowth to the right, which is abnormal cells, that's cancer. Simply not getting enough sleep, having constant interruptions of your circadian rhythm can increase your risk of developing cancer. It didn't specify which cancer, but you are at higher risk due to your cells not getting the time they need to naturally do their natural processes that take place during our natural sleep cycle. All right, working longer non-standard shifts, swing shift, night shift, and back and forth between all of those, disrupting your circadian rhythm can lead to the development of cardiovascular disease. Simply working these off tours increases your risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, and death. And as you can see, the different types of cardiovascular disease you can have: heart failure, arrhythmia, peripheral artery disease, myocardial infarction, that's a heart attack, stroke, hypertensive heart disease, and coronary artery disease, just to name a few. So protect your heart. And we all know it don't take much to throw off your GI tract. You just get stressed and you're shitty as a bull. And if you don't get enough rest, constipation, so many things can throw your GI tract off, regardless of you working the swing shifts or all the other stuff. So just know that this can really mess up your GI tract big time. And from working swing shift, here are a few of the symptoms that you can develop. And I'm just going to point out a few that are pretty common: constipation, diarrhea, gas, irritable bowel syndrome. These are the top 4, I would say, maybe 5 that I see commonly in people that work off tours, that are under constant stress, and their circadian rhythm is thrown off when it comes to their GI tract. Some of these other conditions come with some genetic predispositions and other risk factors, but they can be exacerbated with your circadian rhythm being thrown off. And we all know that shift work doesn't just mess with your sleep cycle. It throws everything off and turns your entire life into guess what time it is. Because hell, most times you don't even know what time it is. And what do you think it's doing for your mental health? If you don't get sleep, you're groggy, grumpy, you're snapping at everybody. So what else you think is going to happen when you don't get quality sleep? All of this shit right here is going to be moving around in your head if you don't get good quality sleep and you're constantly off schedule. So keep that in mind. And lastly, it throws your metabolism off, leading to what we call metabolic syndrome. And this leads to obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. And that central weight gain with adiposity, as we call it, where your belly is done lapped over your damn waist. You know what I'm talking about. And here are a few tips to help with your sleep. If you are a shift worker, I'm going to leave this here for y'all to read this at your convenience. And you can pause this and take a look at this list. A lot of this stuff is very common sense. But I hope you got something out of this, y'all. Please comment, like, share, because if you don't, you may not ever see me again based on the way this damn algorithm is algorithming. So hope you got something out of it, y'all. Stay tuned. Peace and blessings.